silver bells. It's Christmas time in the city.
Yes, it's Christmas time in our city. Hello, I'm Dominica Varveri and welcome to the city. Tonight's show is coming to you from the City of Greater Dandenong's offices in the heart of Dandenong. This is where our local laws team helps to keep our city safe and clean. On tonight's show, we'll take a look at a typical day for the city's animal management team and catch up with the magic of Christmas in our city. But first, we catch up with the Community Soccer Challenge, which has proved a real winner in recent years. A bit of Mud's Eye dropped in for a look.
Hi, it's a bit here at the Community Soccer Challenge. Looks like a lot of fun. Let's go find out a bit more about it.
Welcome everybody to Street Soccer Programme in Dandenong. This programme's been going for 3 years, and today we're hosting an event in conjunction with Dandenong Council and Mission Australia to celebrate International Day of People with a Disability. And to do that, we've invited some teams along to play soccer and enjoy themselves, not break any legs or anything like that. So we've got in orange, we've got a team from Centrelink. In light blue, we've got a team from Eastern Regions Mental Health Association, so welcome. The other teams are made up from our street soccer programme participants, and we'll be playing a round robin tournament. We'll be playing in here, and we'll be playing outside at the back of this building on a small sided pitch. It'll be 5-a-side, no slide tackling, no tackling from behind, keep the ball as low as possible. Referee's decision is final because I'm the referee. My wonderful assistant coach Michael is a referee.
So Stuart, can you tell us what this soccer challenge is about?
Yes, certainly. This programme is the Street Soccer Programme. It's an initiative by The Big Issue. Today we've invited different agencies to come along to celebrate International Day of People with a Disability. What we hope to achieve is for people to come along and see what the benefits that can be made from sport and activities. This programme is open to anybody. It doesn't matter whether you have a disability or not. This programme in Dandenong has been going for 3 years, and we have various participants who've come through the programme for many years, and so we're trying to encompass that with our partnership agency so they can get involved and involve other people in the programme as well.
So girls, it looks like a lot of fun. Are you playing or supporting?
I'm playing. I'm supporting. Do I look like I'm playing? I'm supporting everyone here.
So who are you supporting today?
We're supporting, we're actually representing the Department of Human Services, the federal organisation.
Yep.
So we've got people from Centrelink and Medicare here,
Yep.
And we're having a whole lot of fun.
And how long have you been playing?
Soccer?
Yep.
About 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah.
That's great.
The Street Soccer Programme runs every week here in Dandenong on a Wednesday, 4 till 6. Over the 3 years we've had almost 300 participants who've actually signed up for the programme, and each week we get participants between 25 and 30 who actually turn up to the programme. What we like about it is its consistency. People come here and can feel safe. They can get away from many problems that may be going on in their lives.
It's a good fun. I've been coming here for quite some time, and it's good to come out here and play with the boys. It's good for the minorities, people from different backgrounds, coming here to just have fun. It's so interesting.
Look, it's fantastic. It's bringing the community together, from different cultures, different backgrounds, different genders. It's, from our point of view, it's fantastic. It's about what we do as social workers. It's really important for us to be involved in these sorts of activities and programs.
So are you still looking for any more participants, and how would they get in contact with you?
Absolutely. We're always looking for participants. The programme's open to anybody 16 and above. And they can just come along, or they can speak to anybody who's involved with an agency to come along anytime 4 till 6. Or basically all that happens is that we have a code of conduct and participants sign the code of conduct. Once the code of conduct is signed, the programme is free. We have food and drinks each week. We have guest speakers, we have tournaments, we have challenge matches like we're having today. We also have partnerships with the Oasis Leisure Centre as well, so we go swimming there from time to time. So it's not just about the soccer, it's also involving other agencies and other people here, and we're always looking for new people to come along and enjoy themselves.
So there it is, the Community Soccer Challenge. Looks like they're picking another side. I might be in this. See you later.
Go Street Soccer!
The festive season is a time of lights and decorations, and Greater Dandenong has more than its share of both. Residents also make a colourful contribution by lighting up their homes at their own cost for us all to enjoy. And of course, festivals, parties and gala days are all part of the Christmas spirit. Leif Graham even caught up with Santa at Noble Park recently.
It's Christmas time in the city.
We're down here at the Douglas Street Christmas Market. Over my shoulder here you can see a big petting zoo with all the kids enjoying. We've got some face painting, a jumping castle, and there's even Santa, so I think I might go try and sit on Santa's knee. But first, I've got to check out all these pets. We've got lots of little animals down here. We've got chickens around, there's a rabbit over there being upserved by Santa, and we've even got little blue-tongued lizards. And the animals were also popular in the face painting. There were tigers, zebras, and even a pretty swan. And the Balloon Man was a hit. After all, he's been to Ballooniversity.
Little bubble twist. Like that.
I'm forever blowing bubbles, pretty bubbles in the air.
I think they might need a little bit of practice. I don't think this is the right bubble mixture. Noble Park CFA were also on hand to offer some sound advice, but there were a few snags.
What we're doing today is a sausage sizzle. There's actually free sausages courtesy of the City of Greater Dandenong. And yeah, we're just chatting with members of the community where we can about fire safety coming leading up into summer, which it's already summer, the fire season, and good day so far.
Ah, there's Santa. Now's my chance. What about me, Santa? Have I been good or bad this year?
Oh, have you been good? Well, you tell me, have you been good?
Yeah.
I think you know. Oh, look, someone's shaking their heads. I'll have to double check my list, you know. I check it once and then I check it twice. So we'll have to see.
Just check it once.
Check it once. Oh, well, we'll see. We'll see.
It was fun for all ages. Council Ambassador Josephine's up for a dance. There we have it, a great day here in Noble Park, getting all ready for Christmas. Now I'm off for the treasure hunt.
Oh, Merry Christmas!
The City of Greater Dandenong's local laws team plays an important role in helping to keep our streets and parks safe and clean. Their responsibilities are wide-ranging, and in the coming weeks we'll be looking at some of the many vital tasks they perform. Daryl Pittman recently spent a day with the animal management team.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
I'm with Richard Asquith, who's the Senior Animal Management Officer of the City of Greater Dandenong, Senior Ranger, wide-ranging job, Richard.
It is, you never know what you're going to get. You can come in the morning and be sat down in the office most of the day, or you can be out on the streets chasing camels, pigs, lizards, you name it, we chase it.
Chasing camels in the City of Greater Dandenong?
Yes, I've actually got a photograph of it wandering down the main street, just out off Cheltenham Road, and it was getting very close to traffic. We had a bit of a hairy day that day.
And surely in this day and age, pigs aren't roaming the City of Greater Dandenong anymore?
Well, there's a rumour that they were descended from pigs that escaped from Dandenong stock markets, and they were just living wild in Dandenong Creek. There's a lot of area up there that was hitherto untouched until the East Link went in, and it disturbed them, and we caught 9 or 10 in some pretty horrific conditions and some pretty horrible places that we caught them. 250 kilo pigs running through busy city streets. It's good fun.
Well, when you wake up in the morning you wouldn't know what was in store for you, obviously.
No, we're at the beck and call of the phone. Whatever call comes through, we deal with.
With your generosity, we're going to tag along today and check out what today brings.
Hopefully it'll be varied.
Richard's day begins with a call out to look at some stray dogs that have followed a Dandenong North resident home. Being a responsible dog owner himself, the resident does the sensible thing and calls the council's animal management team before the pets come to any harm.
It doesn't appear that they've got any identification. There's no collars or anything on them that we can see at the moment, so I'll just go in and grab the dogs, put them on a lead, scan them for a microchip. If they've got a microchip, we'll contact the microchip registry, find out where their owners are. If they're currently registered and they have no history of escaping before, we'll take them straight back to the owner. If they're not registered or we have a history with them, then they'll go up to the pound and we'll have to deal with it up there. Yes, good morning. This is Richard from Dandenong Council. I've got a couple of dogs I'd like to do recoveries on.
Okay, the first number?
Is 978.
In Dandenong.
That's a long way from home. Alright, thank you very much for that.
Okay, try to have a good one.
Yeah, you too. Hey Nidan, it's Richard. Can I get you to do a couple of microchip number checks for me, please?
Nothing came up for that number.
Nothing came up for that one. Okay, so that's not registered. Alright, the next one. So I've checked with the microchip companies, and I've also checked with our office to see whether they're registered and where they live. One is actually from out of town, it's from Rowville, and the last known address was in Dandenong, which is quite a distance away from here. Neither of them are registered with council, so they're going to have to go up to the pound.
With the 2 dogs on board, Richard's second call is not far away.
We're in Noble Park North. We're in a court again where we've just had a call to pick up some cats that have been trapped in a trap that's been rented from council. At the City of Greater Dandenong we pick up anywhere between 600 and 900 cats a year. Most of them never get home after that because a lot of them are feral. We've got far too many cats for people that want pet cats, so a lot of them have to be put down, unfortunately. And it wouldn't be a problem if everybody got their cats desexed and kept them on their own property. Then we wouldn't have all these colonies of unwanted cats. We have a policy at council where we hire out traps. You set the trap, as you've seen just now, you catch the cat, cover it up, we come out the next morning, pick the cat up, take it up to the pound, and then that trap will get set again tonight. And if there's more strays in the area, hopefully we'll be able to get them out. It's pretty hard for everybody concerned, particularly when, like you see, you've got a beautiful little fluffy kitten there that nobody wants. It may stand a chance. I mean, it doesn't seem to be too feral at the moment. It's obviously self-sufficient. People want kittens. They're nice and fluffy and wonderful, particularly at Christmas, I hate to say. But you know, we get a lot of full-grown cats, extremely aggressive feral cats, and the only thing we can do to those is put them to sleep, unfortunately. But if we don't, they're wandering around, they're breeding, and from one female you can have up to 40 offspring in a year. So from one undesexed female wandering around, you've got an entire colony of cats in a place in the space of a year.
With the kitten safely aboard, Richard's next job is to pick up yet another stray dog. But this time his destination is not a residential home. This time it's off to the local vets.
Well, some people, when they find a dog wandering around the streets, not quite sure what to do with it, so they take it to the local vets. They look after it until they call us. We'll come out and pick it up. We'll track down an owner if we can. The vets have generally scanned it for a microchip already and tried that. So at that stage, we just come up, pick it up and take it up to the pound.
But the dog's having too good a time, and Richard comes out empty-handed.
It looks like a work experience student's taking the dog for a walk. It's a bit of a barker, so he's probably trying to tire it out, so it's a little bit quieter, so we're going to have to come back a bit later.
But Richard gets only a few kilometres down the road before he is told the pampered pooch has returned. So it's back to the vets, and this time, hopefully the little fella's a step closer to getting back home.
This one's not microchipped. The vets have already scanned it for a chip, so we can't tell whether it's registered or not. If it was wearing a registration tag, we'll be contacting the owners now and saying, do you want me to bring your dog straight home free of charge? Now they're going to have to go all the way up to the pound to pick it up. It's going to cost them to get the dog out. There's possibly going to be fines involved as well. So for $33 for registration, put your tag on your dog, save you a lot of money and a lot of heartache. The owners aren't going to know where the dog is at the moment. They're going to have to be calling around to find out where it is. This way, if it's got a tag on, we call you, we bring it home.
But with no tag or microchip, the next stop for these 4 lost animals is the southeastern pound.
Alright, so we're up at Cranbourne Pound now. This is where we and 4 or 5 other councils bring their animals now. So it can get pretty busy, particularly when there's strong winds, there's a storm, or a time of year when there's a lot of fireworks, spooks dogs. Gets very, very busy, very overcrowded. With Dandenong Council, if they're wearing a tag and they have no history, they don't come here, we take them straight home.
But just to make doubly sure, Richard will give his passengers one last scan.
I want to scan it again. We're all human. We all make mistakes. Sometimes we'll miss them, so I'll just take it in the little office and I'll scan it again just to make doubly sure. And then once the girls take it out of the holding cages and put them in the other cages, they will scan them again to make sure I haven't missed what the vet's already missed.
But alas, yet another scan proves unsuccessful.
Doesn't have a chip. No way of identifying where the owner is or where he comes from. So now we've got to wait 8 days for the owner to contact us or to contact the pound to ask where their dog is. If nobody's contacted us within 8 days, then it gets shipped up to North Melbourne. It'll be temperament assessed, health assessed, and if it's suitable to be adopted out into another home, then some other lucky family will get it. And the owner won't know what's happened to it, all for the sake of a $30 disc.
But the first 2 dogs collected have better luck. They've been reported missing.
So as luck would have it, after we picked the first 2 dogs up, the Cocker Spaniel and the other dog, the owners contacted the pound looking for the dogs, and although they weren't here at the time, the member of staff here at the pounds just asked me if I brought them up. They live in Dandenong North, even though one is microchipped to Rowville and the other's microchipped in Dandenong. So it highlights an issue that we're finding more and more. There are a lot more animals that have microchips, but people aren't keeping the information updated, so they move house, they change their phone numbers, the dogs change ownership, and they're not updating the details. If that information had been on hand this morning, I would have been able to contact the owner and put her out of her misery and say, look, I have your dogs, here's where you can come and collect them from.
Now that makes sense. Right, fellas? And finally, it's the turn of the stray kitten to be transferred to its new quarters.
As I said earlier, unfortunately, the vast majority of cats never get home. There's only about 6% of cats ever get back home to their owners. They're not wearing registration tags. A lot of them aren't microchipped. Most of them are feral. Being Christmas and that one being a young, fairly friendly one, it's probably got a better chance as any. But there are far too many come through here that just don't find a home.
Richard now has to record the full details of the strays he has collected that morning. Their breed, colour, weight, measurements, and all other aspects of identification. But the Senior Rangers Day has just begun. After the break, we check out a change of transport for the animal management team.
Hi, you're watching The City, and now it's back to our day with the city's animal management team.
Part of the city's rangers' duties is to patrol the parks, and the city's new quad bikes have made that job a little easier, especially in parks like Fotheringham Reserve, which has its share of nooks and crannies. Well, Richard, out of the truck onto a quad bike. Tell us what you do with these.
Council purchased these last year, and these were bought with the intention of patrolling the off-leash areas and the bike paths and the parks and reserves for people walking their dogs off-leash, people illegally using motorised vehicles in reserves, and we also find and report a lot of dumped rubbish, and we clean some of it up ourselves. As you see, Cassie's got a grabber on the front of her quad bike, and if we find a small amount of litter just on the front
I see, yes.
we'll actually pick it up ourselves and just throw it in the back and dump it when we get back to the operations centre. Otherwise we'll report it to the garbage collectors, and they'll come out and remove it themselves. So we're basically just trying to be a visible face out there, somebody that the general public can come to have a chat to us, ask us any questions you might have. We can get our message across so it provides a format where we can provide education for people who maybe don't know what the rules are, and just make sure that everybody's safe and enjoying the natural areas that we've got provided.
And you've got a few intense areas around here, a little creek bed and sort of into the foliage, so how thoroughly do you investigate those areas on these bikes?
We will go all the way through them. We will go everywhere that you can go, we go. The only place we won't go in here is this has all been planted out with native vegetation. There's a group of the parks guys and girls come down here and regularly clean this up and look after this. We don't want the bikes chewing those areas up, but basically all around these trees and in the places where we sometimes have issues with dirt bikers chewing the place up and doing excessive speeds, it is illegal to operate a motorised vehicle in a reserve. We can go wherever they can go.
Now Cassie, riding around on these things, you can't really call that work, surely.
No, it's a little bit too much fun.
But obviously it's ideal for a park like this and lets you get into all areas.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't get the cars in here, so it's a perfect access for us.
And do you have to do much training to ride one of these things around here?
Yeah, it's a day course. So everyone who's going to ride one has to do that course before they can get on it.
And you've got to learn how to use all the
Exactly.
all the gear as well.
Yeah, that's it.
Fotheringham Reserve is also home to one of the city's new off-leash areas, where you can let Fido off the leash for a free run.
This is one of 7 off-leash areas that we currently have in the City of Greater Dandenong. We're opening another one up within the next few weeks. We're just getting the signage all right for it so that people know exactly where it is and what it's for. And it's provided for people who want to let their dogs have a bit of exercise, have a good run. It's obviously has great health benefits for dogs just to be able to run off leash and you know, get a bit of exercise up that way. It's just an area within a park. A lot of people make the mistake of thinking it's the whole park. It isn't. It's just one area, and we're going to be putting a lot better signage to let people know that exactly where the area is. You take your dogs there on leash, you let them have a run off leash, and then you put them back on leash and take them back home again, and it just gives them a good free run for a little while.
Now, Richard, obviously they're called quad bikes because they've got 4 wheels.
No, I don't believe that's the case at all. When we did the course, it was pouring it down with rain, and it's a full day, so you're on these for 7 to 8 hours. And they put you through your paces. They really push you, and they put you over terrain which we don't go on as part of the job. But the idea is they teach you how to deal with all possible eventualities. And when you're throwing these things around and you're clutching the fuel tank with your legs, your quads are screaming by the end of the day, and I actually couldn't walk for a couple of days afterwards. So I reckon that's why they call them quad bikes, is because your quads are killing you by the time you're finished.
Cassie, some big hills here. They're not too frightening in this quad bike?
No, not at all.
You'll go anywhere on
Yeah,
it?
anywhere. Yeah, beat the boys.
The quad bikes have certainly made it easier for the city's rangers to keep our parks safe and clean for us all. I wonder if Richard will give me a ride on those quad bikes. Looks like great fun. I reckon he will. He's a great bloke. Looking forward to this. Now my turn for a ride. Here they come. Hey, guys, where are you going? What? My ride? Richard! 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 Hey! What about me? What about me?
Looks like Daryl's been left stranded again. Oh well, no one was stranded at Dandenong Market last Saturday, when Christmas around the world was the theme of the day. Amanda Casa reports.
It's all happening here at the Dandenong Market. We've got the kids' craft workshop behind me and the dances. Let's go and check it out. The Christmas procession made its way around the market, entertaining shoppers. The 3 wise men were there, and even a very tall snow queen. And check out these Russian dancers. The crowd was enthralled, and even Santa was doing some last-minute shopping.
Ho, ho, ho!
It certainly was a colourful day.
And that's our show for tonight, and thanks for watching. From all of us here at the City, we wish you a happy and safe Christmas. We'll leave you tonight with a Christmas message from the Mayor of our great city.
On behalf of the City of Greater Dandenong, I would like to wish all the staff and residents who live in my city to have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and have a very, very safe New Year. Thank you.
Santa, the laughing all the way. Ha ha ha, bells on cocktails ring, making spirits rise. What fun it is to ride and sing, singing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!